tragedy took place this week. Monolith Productions has been shut down. WB shut them down. Along with, let's also pay some respects here. Player First Games in WB San Diego also got shut down.
Multiverse could not be saved.
Yeah, let's not leave them out here, right? Let's there's jobs lost there, so let's give the shout out to them as well. But obviously, the big talking point was Monolith Productions. The creators of Fear, the creators, of course, the Lord of the Rings Shadow games that were nominated for Game of the Year, won Game of the Year in different for different award shows, and plus the creators of the wonderful Nemesis system, which now seems to be completely on the shelf. They were working on this Wonder Woman game that is also now canceled. What a shit show!
Well, did you hear some of the news about this Wonder Woman game? Apparently, it's been rebooted twice.
Yep.
Even as early as 2023.
Yeah.
God dang.
And then it got rebooted again in 2024, and it's already cost, because we talked about that literally 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, something recently.
Yeah, where it's already cost over $100 million. And I said on the show to go ahead and cancel it unless it's going to be a banger, because at that point it's going to be a net loss.
I think reportedly right now it's $200 million invested in the game.
Yeah.
That is now canceled and never going to exist.
Yeah, and one of the biggest tragedies with all this is WB owns the Nemesis system until 2036, and damn well that thing's just going to sit on the shelf.
Yeah, it's probably just going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, Monolith is the creator for it, right? They made the Nemesis system. They are the masters for it. You can always try to pass it to someone else, but no one's going to be able to. If it gets ever used again, I don't know if anyone can use it the same level Monolith.
I mean, they'd have to.
Well, apparently the Nemesis system is part of what led to one of the first reboots, because they were trying to completely rebuild the Nemesis system, because for the Wonder Woman game it was supposed to be more of like not necessarily recruiting enemies and upgrading them as much as allies or friendships or something like that. So they had to rebuild the system to incorporate it that way, which then didn't work well, so then they essentially rebooted the game to work on it again.
Mm-hmm. And all right, and also with this, one thing that was said. All right, where is it? Where did I say it? All right, yeah. So with the shutdown of Monolith, one thing that WB said is that they recognize Monolith's storied history, but this is a strategic change to focus on IPs like DC, Harry Potter, Mortal Kombat, Game of Thrones. If that's your mindset, why can't you just go sell them somewhere? I guarantee you someone would have loved to pick up Monolith Productions.
What do you mean by focus? They were working on DC game.
Yeah, I know. That's also what I said, too. It's you were literally working on one. Now, granted, it's been rebooted, but you were working on
lots
one.
of money, but still.
I can only assume by that they specifically only mean Batman.
That's yes, 100%. Because also, fun fact about this report that all came out from Bloomberg, apparently in the 10+ years that they've had the rights for all the DC games they can do, no one has pitched or wanted to pitch a Superman game.
Yep.
In fact, Rocksteady hates the character and wants nothing to do with it.
Because you can't have fun with it.
No, it's just not. It's not an ideal gaming experience.
Other than just having him in a fighting game, Superman doesn't sound particularly fun.
Yeah, so
I don't know a lot of people who play Superman in Injustice.
Right. So shout out to that. So yeah, when they say DC, it's Batman. That's what it is. But it's just why can't you just let Monolith have their independence? You know what I mean? Why can't they just go independent? Why can't you sell them? Do something like what Embracer Group did, where they sold off a bunch of properties, right?
Yeah.
A bunch of studios. Just do. I guarantee you Xbox would open the checkbook for Monolith Productions.
Try and make some money back from all that money you put in development.
Is it WB who has the patent for?
Yes, unfortunately. Monolith made it. Monolith shut down. WB has the patent. No one can use it. Isn't that just fucking annoying?
Because if it was Monolith who had the patent, and it's you shut them down, it's okay, well, what happens to that now?
Yeah. No, WB's got it unlocked. No one can use it. Isn't that just annoying as hell?
Well, you can only cross your fingers and hope there's somebody within the WB gaming dev side that just sees that and go, this is open to try and ask for to use.
Right.
And hope that somebody's trying to work up some idea on how to be able to use it.
I could imagine there's a team of 10 to 20 people sitting around hating what they're working on and are just sitting there Which one of us should ask?
It's like the Nemesis system is just out there now.
I would only hope that there's like a small group that have had an idea for it, and they're just like they've been kind of sequestered into their division, working on
Whatever.
some game or something, or just like sitting over there waiting on a project where they could just show up and be like, "Hey, since you shut down Monolith, and that's just kind of sitting there, if you're not doing anything with it, can we just? You don't have to give us a lot of money. It's like, can we just play with it and
Heck,
come back to you in like 6 months?"
Right.
if someone really got into it, I mean, we don't know the specifics on how exactly the Nemesis system all works, seeing as they were having a hard time working with it for like a Wonder Woman game, since it was more of a ally system versus the Nemesis system, from what you were saying, John. Heck, they could throw it into the next Harry Potter game.
See, I was thinking that could it fit into a Harry Potter game? Could it fit into a Game of Thrones game? Because they're wanting to do another one besides the one that's coming
I mean,
out.
it could definitely work for a Game of Thrones game.
I mean, heck, could
Also,
it
if
could
you're
it even
interested in
work?
that Game of Thrones game, there's a demo available now on Steam Next Fest.
Oh, shout out. Looping it back. Could it even work for like a Batman game, like an open world like Batman game?
The only thing is, I could see it the most in like a Harry Potter game, but the problem is, I think they want to make the next Harry Potter game a live service game.
Oof.
Oh God.
Or at least I've seen that around a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, then,
I would hope that's not the case, because should have learned our lesson now. Not everything needs to be a live service game. And plus, I mean, they made all the money with Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah.
Just do it again.
Right.
You make the same game with a slightly different story, and
Just
the same
don't-
amount of people would buy
You
it.
don't even necessarily have to keep it at the school. I mean, a lot of people would like you to, but thanks to Fantastic Beasts, you could expand and just open it up to the wider world that is Hogwarts.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, no, it's one where, I mean, yeah, WB's got their group of like properties they want to work on. I don't know about you guys. I'm not the most interested in it.
No.
I mean, and I guess that's partially due to like I haven't necessarily like latched on to some of the games they've put out. So I don't know. Very unfortunate for Monolith though.
Yeah. What you said a second ago about like, hey, just like let us play with it kind of thing. That's the one thing I hope comes out of it, is that maybe they'll like license it out for different studios that's not under WB. Like maybe they approach WB like, hey, we'll pay you this much. Let us just kind of play with it. We have an idea for a game. You can get your cut for the game and stuff, whatever. Maybe they just be a publisher for it. I don't know. Like, I mean, I would like to see something like that. Just let another studio somewhere else take a shot at it. Don't let it sit on the shelf and rot. You have one of the most unique systems ever created, to the point you patent it. Well, don't let it stay on the shelf.
To the point that it was the one reason people got excited when they heard Wonder Woman.
Yeah, no one
Yes.
else gave. It's like, look, that's why we were interested in the game, is because it had. It's like, oh, sweet, Nemesis is coming back. Awesome, let's go. Lord of the Rings games were fantastic. 10 out of 10. God, just annoying, man. I don't know. The only thing that we can hope for is the 1 in a million chance that all of a sudden here in like a week or two, something happens with Monolith where they do actually get bought by someone similar to what happened with Hi-Res.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, that was the same thing. Hi-Res was shut down, and it's like, what, a month later? It's like I think it was the PUBG creators.
Yeah.
Who is that? I'm drawing a blank. Anyone? No? Anyway, PUBG creators, I think they bought them. It's just like, yeah, we're going to, we bought them. We may want to continue some Hi-Fi Rush stuff. They can do some other stuff. It'll be
And
great.
they laid people off several months later.
Yeah, let's focus on the good. Let's focus on the good, all right? Don't bring it down. Don't bring down the mood. So, I
Down
don't
the mood from the Monolith.
know. Okay, don't bring it down worse. Sorry. No, I mean, hopefully Monolith can have that situation happen. Probably not. That is literally what we saw with Hi-Res. I really feel like it's like a 1 in a million chance. We don't see that happen. Hopefully we will, because I would hate to see Monolith just go away with what is their storied history. It just sucks about the Nemesis system. That is the biggest Debbie Downer there.